today's video, I wanted to look at stuff on a smaller scale, also known as a microscope. I have a myriad of stuff that I've collected over the years, like fun beach trips from seashells and specimens in my backyard, and the wood building blocks I use in my videos, and different sands I've collected. So yeah, let's just get right into it. The first thing we're gonna look at plant specimens. That's what we're gonna look at first. So sorry the camera's kind of shaky, but if I come over here, you can see I have a. Oh my gosh, I just knocked it. Give me a second. Okay, had to spend like a couple minutes rearranging it. But as I was saying before, here are the plant specimens I have. I have parsley, just the jade leaf. This is post oak, spinach, sage, olive leaf, and juniper. So those are the plant species I have from like my backyard and my fridge. That spinach is from my fridge. Kind of useless fact, but and this black you see around the border, that's because I have a thing that lines it up with the microscope very well. So let's just get right into it. So what I did is that I took a thin membrane layer off the jade tree and put it on a microscope slide in here. And what that does is that when you get a thin membrane slice, it's like you have one layer of all the cells, so it's really easy to see the cells and possibly the nucleuses of all of them. So if I line this up, sorry, but there you go. Those are little cells. You can actually see the cells of the plant. Let me zoom it in for you guys so you can see it. So, sorry, wait. There you go. So the thing about microscopes is that when you're focusing, you can only focus on one layer at a time, so you can really only do like the front or back. So you can see the individual cells, and feel free to like pause it and zoom in if you want to see them better. But those are the individual plant cells. That is really cool, really awesome. Right? If I zoom in any more, that's the maximum zooming. But it is really hard to do this one-handed. Sorry. But it's also shining UV light through it, so that's why it's looking a bit rainbow. And yeah, really cool. Next thing I wanted to look at was the juniper. Okay, so I got the juniper lined up in the microscope. Although in the microscope it is really hard to see the cells, but you can actually see them vaguely in it, and it is not aligned because I accidentally knocked it, so give me a second. Okay, I realigned it again, so let's look at it without knocking it this time. But if you look in there, you can actually see the reason why I wanted to look at the jade wasn't, the reason why I wanted to look at the, what's this plant called again? The juniper, yeah, that's what it's called, is not because of it's flat, because it's actually really hard to see because it's wavy, because I'm currently holding the camera, trying to hold it as still as I can. But I wanted to do it because it kind of had like a fractal pattern to it. So it's really hard to see in the telescope. Not telescope, microscope. So if I come out here and look at the plant just from your eyes, you see like the end of like the bud. I was trying to get that in the microscope, so that way you can look at the end of it. Let me to make it focus. Focusing so hard, but I don't know why it's not focusing. That's really weird. But what I was trying to do is see the end and make it look like a fractal. So that was the idea of it, but it's really hard to see. So on to the next thing. I wanted you to look at the sage. Oh my gosh, this looks so cool. So the reason why I wanted to look at sage is that it has a really nice like fuzzy texture to it, and also smells really good. So that's where I ripped it and put it under the microscope. So looking at it, you can see the cells and like the weird fuzz around it. So if I do this carefully, not trying to knock it, see the cells and like the weird fuzz of it. And if I focus it, you can see the cells more, or you can see the fuzz more. So that is really cool.
I think those things in the middle are the nucleuses. If I remember right, the nucleus is like the DNA instructions on how to build a cell for itself. And so yeah, that looked really cool. Whoa. Right, so what I did for looking at the spinach is that I took part of it, but instead of looking at it straight down, you're actually in the microscope, you're looking at it from the side. So that's what you're doing, right? That's what's happening. So if I put it on here very gently and slowly, because I know it's not game over for this thing. So there it is. There is spinach from the side, right? You can see that on the edge, it kind of loses its color a bit. That's because the thinner it gets, the more color it loses because more light can pass through it. So, but if I zoom in, whoa, it kind of looks like a mosaic of cells. But yeah, that's pretty much all the plants I wanted to look at. That is really cool. The next thing I wanted to look at is fans. So